What's going on, everybody? My name is C4. Welcome back to the channel, and today excited to bring you guys a new College Football 26 Dynasty Rebuild series. Where each and every episode you guys see for this series is going to be one full year, and we are going to go and try and figure out the Bill Belichick era Tar Heels. We obviously all saw the hype and excitement of Game 1 against TCU. We saw that first drive where it looked easy, and then came crashing down the harsh reality that maybe there's going to be some growing pains with Bill Belichick making the jump to college football. And I mean, North Carolina's a fun program. It's an interesting program. It's not necessarily a program where we are starting from the bottom, have to work our way up. But there are still plenty of issues and challenges that are going to come as we try and make North Carolina a national champion. So looking at the UNC roster, I will say it's a solid starting point. By all means, we're definitely not doing a cookie-cutter rebuild dynasty, cupcake roster dynasty. It's a solid team in the ACC, but there are issues that this roster has. I think a good example here would be our two safeties. We have Jaden Patterson and Ziegler. These were we did a North Carolina rebuild in College Football 25. These guys were our studs. This year, however, yes, they both still have plenty of meat left on the bone in terms of their eligibility. They probably should be here till they're seniors. They're former 4-stars. They both have star dev traits. But I think a lot of the players that I've seen don't have the best skill caps. Now, I love the fact that he has, we're going to be able to make him as fast as we want, but like 4 skill caps to run support, 3 skill caps to pass coverage. That's like the difference between elite and great. And I feel like we got a lot of great players, assuming we can keep them here for long term. Don't necessarily have a bunch of elite players, right? So we got, 6 skill caps in pass coverage for Patterson, 3 in run support. Is it the end of the world? No. Is it still a player that can go high 80s? Yes. Is he a player that's going to go to the 90s and be a transformative player? Maybe not. And maybe that's being a little harsh in a way, but I think when you kind of look at this roster, they have a lot of players that have decent depth traits, like the secondary, led by Marcus Allen, is solid. The linebacking core, the front 7 as a whole. We have Andrew Simpson here. Isn't he? I think he's a transfer from Boise State. I would have assumed that all the transfer portal work that Bill Belichick would have put in would have gone to building the line of scrimmage. Offensive and defensive lines, front 7s. That may be the weakness of North Carolina. Defensive line, in particular, nothing too crazy. In terms of pass rusher, I don't think we have our long-term answer at pass rush on this roster right now. I don't think we have our guys that are going to help this Tar Heel team, turn the clock back to the Lawrence Taylor, Julius Pepper. We don't have those guys quite yet. And obviously it's naive to assume Bill Belichick could move mountains in just his first offseason in college football, but still fairly surprised that this is the defensive line that we are starting with. Offensive line is a little bit more of the same. I think overall it would be an average ACC offensive line. I have a couple guys who could get late round draft pick consideration. But here's another guy, Miles McVay, star dev. So the best dev trait, the assumed most upside on this offensive line is a former 4-star. Skill caps are brutal. So anytime I was looking through this roster and I got a player this guy could be good, I was kind of let down. Like Shamar Easter, star dev sophomore tight end. It's okay, former 4-star. Then you go look at the skill caps. Not brutal, but certainly limited skill cap there for quick dish. Route running has a not ideal ceiling as well. So there's a lot of players I think could be good greats, but maybe never elites. There are 2 players that kind of stuck out to me that could be very special. Looking at the wide receiver room, we got some good depth. Ship stood out. I remember that week 1 game. I believe he was a transfer as well. But this guy, Nathan Leacock, star dev speedster, 4-star, North Carolina local kid, Deal Breakers championship contender, so at least it's something that we can control. It's not like play style or something that's super annoying that you have to deal with. 6'3", 216 pounds, so he's built like a big possession wide receiver, but he's a speedster with only 1 skill cap in quickness. So this is going to be a guy that we have a great shot to potentially go 99-99 speed acceleration. Only 2 skill caps for his hands, only 1 skill cap for his route running. We have to prioritize. Whatever gets and keeps this guy happy, he needs to be here for as long as possible. He needs to be here until he decides to go to the NFL. So Leacock looks really special. The running back room is unfortunately not kind of just a committee of just guys. The quarterback room is interesting. You got Gio Lopez. I believe he's a South Alabama transfer. Redshirt freshman, 83 overall. However, dev trait not particularly great. Skill set, kind of meh. Like, I get he's a dual threat, but he's on the lower side of speed. His throw power is under 90. He has the weakest arm on the roster. Skill caps kind of suck. However, kind of looking at like, well, what else do we have at quarterback? We have Max Johnson, feels like he's been in college football forever. And then we have three freshmen. Tyler Chambers from North Carolina, Bryce Baker from North Carolina, and DeAndrew Clark from North Carolina. All these guys have a good mix of speed. But I was like, all right, Chambers and Baker, 92 and 91. Bryce Baker, star dev trait, dual threat, true freshman, might be the number 2 player in terms of upside on this team. A 4-star to North Carolina. Look at the skill caps. 2 for accuracy, 1 for throw power. Can get more, all the IQ in the world in terms of quickness. Only 2 there as well. I'm not gonna lie. Leaning towards making this guy our starter right away. Championship contender as well, so the same deal breaker as Leacock. Why not have them both play off each other? Keep this roster competitive. Keep this team B grade in the championship contender deal breaker. I think that's what we need to do here for year 1. Baker and Leacock, they're going to be our combo. Now for our initial recruiting board, it's nice to have some tier 5 pipelines going along. Now, does seem like we share a lot of pipelines with Clemson. It's kind of the one school that I think I'm going to grow to hate. I think we're all going to grow to hate because there's going to be players that we fall in love with during the recruiting cycle that are probably consistently going to get sniped by Clemson. Maybe we're far enough along that if we kind of have like a good year or 2 with North Carolina, we could trade paint a little bit better with Clemson when it comes down to it. But we're going to be swinging for the fences. I got 18 targets, which is a little bit on the big side, but our roster doesn't have a whole lot of like needs. Like I kind of broke down, like I need 2 guards because in terms of like seniors leaving and guys we got to replace, I needed 2 guards, I need 2 edges, I need 2 outside linebackers and 2 corners. Everything else is playing with house money. So I was like, all right, well, we got McElrath here. 5-star safety within his top 5. I was able to find a couple 3-star gems, more so focusing on North Carolina pipelines, which I think will give us a real nice advantage once we get into the regular recruiting. Got some nice corners here, more so they're 4-stars that were in their top 10. We got a 5-star Mike linebacker from Charlotte, North Carolina. I figured like, hey, might as well run that one down a little bit. 3-star gem. We got Lemons, a 4-star. This guy here, very, very important player. Not a gem, which would be nice, but still a 4-star. We're in this top 10, North Carolina, and it is arguably our biggest position. I got to get that linebacking core figured out. We got some more. Another North Carolina 4-star at defensive line. 5-star Nick Spain from North Carolina as a pass rusher, a top 10 player in the nation. Now, again, looking at it, you think North Carolina, we should have inside track. However, Georgia, much like Clemson, I might as well throw Georgia in the mix. If North Carolina is a tier 5 pipeline there, we're going to be trying to deal with them this whole freaking rebuild. Got a couple gems here. We got Brewer at wide receiver, a 4-star gem from North Carolina. Would love to go get him. Prochet at running back looks nice. And then here might be the bell of the ball. Now, I like Bryce Baker at quarterback, but anytime there's a 5-star QB from my top tier pipeline, we fully scout him. He looks sick. 95 throw power, good speed. Maybe not enough to say that he's like an S-tier dual threat with speed, but I'm seeing a player that is, platinum field general. Really, really want him. But of course, so does Georgia, so does Clemson, so does a lot of big teams. But we'll try our best. Now, because the season actually started, we will have inaccurate record for North Carolina going into week 3. So we'll unfortunately take the L against TCU. We'll take the dub over Charlotte. Outside of that, we have the huge matchup here against Clemson in week 6. Cal, JKS looks incredible. That first game that he had, Jaron Kiawe Segapotele, shout out our UMass rebuild. He's been killing. Cal's going to be legit this year. Virginia could be challenging. Syracuse is always challenging. Duke looks pretty good, especially now they got Mensah at quarterback. NC State, CJ Bailey. Watched that game actually last night. NC State versus Wake Forest. Now, 2 weeks, I'm just going to throw this out there because if anyone's watching this, I watched NC State last week. NC State against, was it Virginia? Might have been Virginia. I had money on Virginia to win that game, and then the Virginia quarterback, the worst pick I think I've ever seen. A pick so bad that if I did it in any video content, everybody in the comments would assume and throw the allegations that I was trying to lose on purpose. I could not believe it. It was like a game-winning drive, and he threw it to a wide-open opposing defender in the end zone versus a mesh underneath route where the guy was wide open for a touchdown. And, like, he wasn't even going for the wide-open guy. He tried to throw it to, like, the one guy that went, I don't even know what it was, a fade in the end zone. They got picked off easy by. I could not believe it. I didn't lose a lot of money, but it was one of those ones where, like, it was unbelievable. But still, NC State has a hell of a quarterback in C.J. Bailey. So, I mean, Duke, NC State to kind of close up the year will be difficult. But I think the real big test is going to be that Week 6 game. See where we're at against Clemson. Now, because of no likeness and stuff like that, I had to create Bill Belichick. So we're not starting with, a level 30 coach. We're starting all the way at level 1. So that's going to add a little bit more challenge to this rebuild. And I didn't just decide to cheese as a recruiter. I was like, you know what? Bill Belichick probably would be motivator. And what I did is, like, we unlocked at least Tier 1 and all these about next year when we have our post-training camp and we can upgrade players to get some interest on recruits. And then knowing Bill Belichick's background is defensive-minded, I decided to get all the way to Tier 3, put in work, off-season training boosts for DBs, linebackers, and defensive line. We got old Freddie Kitchens, former Browns head coach at OC, and Stephen Belichick as the defensive coordinator. All right, so we're now caught up to where North Carolina is. We've had the FCS game. We're 2-1, and we got UCF out of 2-1. Recruiting still looks relatively good for the most part. Kind of trying to figure it out here. We're in a recruiting battle already for a 3-star player, but 3-star gem at that. But first place, we're 5th in Rugamba. And we put pressure on ourselves because he's coming for a visit the Clemson week. I figure, like, hey, is that the way to kind of gain this ground quickly? As long as he doesn't reach that top 3 in the next 2 weeks, we'll have a shot. But I think with Bryce Baker at quarterback, I think that could be our guy, right? So quarterback, while from like a depth chart standpoint, I'd like to add one quarterback this cycle because Max Johnson's the senior is going to be leaving. But it's not absolutely a necessity. There was also a 5-star edge rusher that we hit a championship deal breaker with. I just didn't really want to deal with that. I wanted to free up those hours because 14 is kind of like the magic number where I can hit a full 50 on every single player right now with our budget. So we're looking in a pretty healthy spot for most of our targets. And I'd say right now, just an early prediction, we have 13 targets. I think we could get at least 8, 9, if not push double digits. So our first big challenge on the road against UCF. I think this is a good challenge. I think this is absolutely a team that this North Carolina program, year 1 infancy under Bill Belichick, needs to be able to win whilst being like a quality win. UCF has been a legitimate program, it feels like, over the last decade. Like, you see them on your schedule. Obviously, they've gone through some different regime changes and stuff like that. But we're already starting up 14-0. Based off the sip, we're going to come in here on this 3rd down. 3rd and 2 on the 27. We got a nice little mesh coach. Obviously, the big dog, Leacock at X. That's where we want to be looking. We can just take this. We'll take the safe throws as well. Underneath to the tight end. Go in the red zone. Another 3rd down. Struggling here a little bit. I love different. I'll take all different varieties and flavors of mesh. Leacock at Y. That should be a layup for us. Why did he stop? You got to keep going. That would have been a touchdown if you kept going, kid. But we're able to finish that drive off. 21 back in the red zone. Getting ready to belt to ass UCF here on the road. Already got their home stadium out of it. Throw. Can't be red line and everything. Shallow cross. I already like this playbook more than the Coastal Carolina playbook that we had in our last Rebuild Dynasty series. And we're just trying to see how many completions can we make in the red zone. 3rd and goal. Might just tuck it around with the quarterback here. We got a dual threat. Well, the O-line! Title update supposedly helped your O-line. I don't know about that. I could have probably stayed back there for another 10 seconds if I wanted to. I take back what I said about maybe we'll just have like a solid ACC offensive line. Now it's UCF. I don't really know too much about their defensive line and what kind of talent they have. That was kind of ridiculous there. I could sit back, ponder. I could have had a whole freaking monologue about my thoughts this morning without having any pressure from the opposing team's defense. So this is a quality road win for North Carolina. Right now, we need to continue to build. Right now, my big school grade that I'm worried about, deal breaker grade, is championship contender because we've fallen below the threshold for Leacock and Baker, both. Got to get that back, and you get that back by stacking wins, and you're got to have it wins because we do have Clemson coming up. That's going to be a tough one. But outside of Clemson, I think we should be competitive, have a chance to win every other game on our schedule. And from a stat perspective, sim perspective, how does this team find ways to win? I've seen some signs of optimism. Passing game, almost 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Did have the pick. Did also have a rushing touchdown, which is nice. Our 1-2 punchers, 77 yards for Hood, 81 for Goss. That's healthy. 104 Paysor, 2 touchdowns for Johnson. Leacock, 66. I like the look of that. Defensively, are we getting production? Only 1 sack on the day. We did have 2 picks from our beast safeties, but definitely a little concerned about that pass rush. We got a very first recruit early. Larry Lacey from North Carolina, the 3-star gem wide receiver. Nice. But the bad news is we didn't even get a chance for the 5-star. I mean, that's his loss. You know, you're a North Carolina guy and you're already facing hope before you come for a visit. That's on you. You know what he saw? He saw we're going with a freshman quarterback with no signs and no path for him to become a player for us to get on the field. We have our QB. Off the bye, we had a couple more guys coming for business. We get DJ Brewer out of North Carolina, a 4-star wide receiver. We get Robert Ojulari at center. That's a position I wanted to add, at least a center from a depth standpoint, out of North Carolina as well. We get Garrison Lemons, North Carolina linebacker. In terms of need, outside linebacker, big priority for me. He was firing away the top available player, so that I am very happy with. Unfortunately, we lose it on the running back. But here's going to be the big one, because this is kind of game that we win this one, and suddenly North Carolina, who I would probably say vibes in real life, year 1 Bill Belichick. I think most fans assume they probably won't be ranked, and if they are ranked, it won't be particularly high. This is kind of a figuring out their identity stage. But if we could beat Clemson here, it's at home, we should get ranked, and maybe that changes the perception of how we have to handle the rest of the regular season schedule, which, while it is still, yes, an ACC schedule, you beat Clemson, you should be able to have more than enough talent if you can get the right roles to run the table and maybe finish as a 1-loss team. Here we go. Great home atmosphere. I'd like to think much like the TCU game. We got Michael Jordan, Lawrence Taylor in attendance. Impress them so we can get insane NIL funds. This is a big one, man. Clemson, I mean, they barely beat Troy. And I think we're kind of finding out. Now, maybe I personally might have been duped a little bit as well. I was sipping the Kool-Aid of Clay Klubnik. I saw the path that if Clay Klubnik had another and build off of how he finished last year for Clemson, like there's a guy there that looks like an NFL quarterback. Unfortunately, in real life anyways, I don't know. Maybe he is what he is at this point. Russ, we're going to hit a little stunt here. Oh, baby, it's on the ground. Pick it up. Ziegler. Go. A dream start for North Carolina. Sack fumble of Cade Klubnik. And Ziegler, one of the immensely talented safeties on this team. Wow, baby. I mean, that's what we need to see. Yeah, we'll keep playing the moments here. All right, and then, of course, they just go down. All right, they score. We're waiting to come in. Here we go. 3rd down. 3rd and 5. Again, I don't love our offensive line. I don't know how much I want to run the football. I think this is going to be pass attack. The tight end. Throwing it. Hit as we throw there. I don't think we can go for it yet, especially with our defense. Big field goal, huh? 46-yarder, 4th and 2. I know Bill Belichick, probably more on the vanilla side in terms of aggression. But this is where I'm going to interject just a little bit here. I think this has got to be a go for it. Especially when we can just get an easy catch and grab by our tight end at the sticks. Bryce Baker, 73 yards, no touchdowns, no turnovers, more importantly. Leacock. I hope everyone on Clemson is watching this. I've seen a couple big dogs from Clemson hit the transfer portal. Sammy Brown hits the portal. We need linebacker up. Like, if right now I'm visioning, like, how our recruiting board's going, I think trenches, that is where I want to invest my NIL. That is where I would pitch to Michael Jordan and Lawrence Taylor. We have a quarterback. We have a clear wide receiver one in Leacock here that can get open at the beginning of this rebuild and go up against the toughest competition on the schedule. Even though they actually, I did. Now I'm just noticing Clemson is 2-2 this year, still with a ranking. But I mean, we're playing outstanding football. Look, even the sim. It's not just I have to hop in. The sim is getting us points here against Clemson. Now second half, ooh, that's an all Clemson third quarter, 2 straight scores. So we need to come back in. 3rd and 5. Clock's rolling. This might be a QB keeper. Oh, right there. Look at that release. Perfect timing. Bryce Baker. He throws a good ball for a friend. I mean, he's still, and we knew Gio Lopez, he's like, 7 overall points better. We knew that we're kind of taking a slight downgrade on the quarterback room to get a glimpse of the future. That's a bad mistake there. 50-yard field goal with an 83 kick power. Oh. This means we're going to go for it. This is a huge drive. Momentum has gone to Clemson. Okay. Oh! Oh, that... How? That was a ball! He got open. I redlined the throw, but still... sometimes you got to redline the throw. Sometimes you gotta live on the edge like that. You gotta get it there. Luckily, our defense bailed us out. We have a chance. Go. He's not as dual thready. He's not a 90-speed dual threat. But he has enough juice. And we're gonna kind of play like cowards a little bit. We're gonna turn 2 clocks so we can get as much out of this drive as we can. We're going to go quick pass. Let's go slants. And I run slants. This is still our run game. I like Johnson there, the tight end, especially if that guy's blitzes. But he doesn't. So we're going to go running back. And we're in. Our defense. I'll even come in. Let me come back in. Usually I'm not one that wants to be chomping at the bit to get defensive reps in. Here we go. Let's go win this game. The defense 1 sack, fumble, touchdown. I'm ready to do that again. Will be Simpson, the linebacker here. Oh my God, again! Pick it up! Yes, you clowny. I mean, it's not a clowny, but it's kind of a clowny. Sack, fumble, 1 hand picked up. Let's go! Bill Belichick got these boys playing. Bill Belichick defense. And at home. Now, it sucks that they were 2-2, kind of kills the aura of Clemson. That's still a ranked Clemson, who on the schedule might be the toughest team. Now, I think we probably got to shift that to Duke, because we know Duke is particularly cheesy in college football 26. But ranked Clemson for a team and program right now that our biggest priority is increasing our school grade for championship contender. We're not going to have a better chance on the schedule all year to improving that rating than this game right here. And the boys played out of their freaking minds. Take a look at the stats. Bryce Baker, the true freshman. 3 touchdowns, no picks. 65% completion percentage. Our run game was complimentary. Our pass game, Leacock, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns. Goss, the running back, with a tutty as well. Defensively, we got a sack from Mims, a sack from Smith-Vilbert. Both these dudes getting fumbles. Big dog, 6'6", 282, 300-pounder in Mims. We had no other turnovers, but we didn't need any other turnovers. We got guys wanting to buy in. Sharon, 3-star gem linebacker, buys in. We get Wurtrell, 3-star gem pass rusher, to buy in. We got to keep, we have a big week here. Khan, we were first, the 5-star. We've fallen to second to, well, come on, we just beat Clemson. He's coming for a visit this week. Let's impress him. Oh, we get our first 5-star, McElraith at safety. luckily, you know, I want to say luck. Unfortunately, it's kind of the position that we have two pretty good sophomores, but you take the 5 stars as you can get it. We also get Steve Albertson, the 4-star at a Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, to buy in. And let's keep it actually right here. I want to see, we didn't get ranked. I guess that's kind of how everyone feels about Clemson and that Clemson. But with Khan coming in for a visit, do we get back to number 1? Are we, shit. Well, that's lame. I mean, I guess if we can get to week 10 and they lose week 10, but he's probably going to sign before he even goes to their visit. So now that we're a couple games in, look at the remaining schedule. Like, has anyone emerged? Well, like I said, Duke is incredibly powerful in Sim. They're 5-1. That's going to be a big one. That's a rivalry game that we're going to see them every single year. They're kind of, you know, that team. We got Wake Forest, who's 4-2, and like this matchup here against Virginia and Cal, those are going to be, you know, not easy by any means, especially this Cal one on the road. So I assume JKS is Cal's quarterback here, so it's going to be a battle of true freshmen. Maybe the 2 best true freshman quarterbacks in the ACC. I like mine. I like to take mine. 3rd and 7. Is that our 20 or their 20? Opening drive. Efficient opening drive here for the Tar Heels. Get the sticks. Fire that in. They're on the same page. Go right in the red zone. Let's keep it here. It's kind of the good thing about not having a running back room that I like. It's like, yeah, it's our run game's our quarterback. Oh, okay. Love a very nice linebacker. NFL caliber linebacker there, Uvalde from Cal. Cal's actually an underdog this week. Already threw some money on that money line. And there we go. We'll go slant to the 6'3", 94 speed wide receiver. Thank God he's on our team. We got another red zone. Let's see if my team can also score points. It's not just me, and it is my team. 14-0. Defense pitching a shutout here in the first half. We'll come in again on another 3rd down. I'm getting the vibes right now. This might not be a rebuild. We have to go 5-6 years to get where we want to go. I cannot get over how well this offensive line is blocking. That is insane. I mean, we did get sacked a couple. We didn't really have that against Clemson, but if my offensive line in games, if they've somehow made it so that your O-line blocks, like when you have the advantage, when you have the better team, you get kind of dominating blocking. That'd be so cool. I say that as we've got sacked. We've had good blocking twice, and then we've got sacked twice. Go the running back here. Sure, why not? Can we jump somebody? Ugh! Oh! Guy looks like he has 70 jumping. Barely cleared it, but he still cleared it. But a touchdown here would be huge if we can go up 3 scores into halftime. Maybe get this to Leacock, our favorite playmaker. Easy does it. Not a lot of slots are going to have the height, weight, speed to match up with him. I mean, if Clemson can't, I don't think Cal can, with all due respect. So I think we might be able to just see this one out here. Work has been done. Oh, of course. And we're going to start to choke it away here in the 4th quarter. Got a 3rd and 8 midfield-ish. Vilbert, that was our dog. Sack fumble against Kate Klubnik. Can he do it again? Oh, we got eaten alive there. They throw it deep. That kind of needs to be a pick there, fellas. But a stop nonetheless. We got a 3rd down. Middle slant. Don't just want to abuse mesh here. I mean, this would be a huge statement if our freshman quarterback. These are, you know, it's easy when you're just, everything's going your way. Can you grind out games to a win? Go for it. That was stupid. So fuck. That was on me. Let me go for it. No! All right, play some defense. We're going to win with defense. Can we sniff out another sack fumble? We got Vilbert. I'm going to go, it's probably Vilbert. I'm going to go with the, he's from Louisiana. His name's Vilbert. And bad news for, I mean, Cal, come on. Go with JKS. Go with the true freshman here. What are we doing? That was Brown. Okay, let's go with the stun here. Hit him again. Come on, someone get there! Fuck! Pass rush that was so huge against Clemson. Letting us down. We're borderline in, like, let them score range. So that we can have a chance. All it takes is a sack. We'll use a timeout here. 3rd and 3, midfield, on the road. Cal's probably 4-down territory. I think they'd go for the win here. It's a long field goal. Let him have it. Now we need to go win. We can't let that happen and then not find a way to win. We just need our speed. Oh, go! They don't got the kind of speed we got. Look at that. Monster! And we're cleaning up our rest of our recruiting board. We get the 4-star Zaytoven at corner. And the Band-Aid was at least ripped off. We lose out on the 5-star Con linebacker to Clemson. And an obvious ACC Offensive Player of the Week, Nathan Leacock. Stud. He's big. So with our board pretty much cleared, we have Zamora, who should be signing. Because we missed out on our running back, we're going to look at 2, and I'm just honestly chasing stars at this point. I mean, we could scout them. I don't think... I mean, contact seekers usually be pretty slow. He's 92 acceleration is not bad. And Ayers, again, acceleration, that speed's kind of dog shit. But, I mean, I'll chase the stars and hope that maybe they get good speed skill cast. But the good news, in a way, potentially the back door here, Nick Spain, who we were first, but then he hit a deal breaker. Things are back open. And not an insane amount of ground has been gained by Georgia and Notre Dame. So we may be able to sneak out a 5-star here, even though, you know, we'd be going up against a couple big dogs. Week 9, if we can continue our win streak, I think we win this one. A nice rivalry win over Virginia. They can't keep denying us a little number next to our name. Luckily for a rivalry game, this one is at home. Never want to lose a rivalry game, especially with Virginia. Good team, but they're not having the best year. So this is like the classic, you know, for them. Let's spoil the good season for North Carolina. Kind of going back and forth. Nothing too crazy. Scoreless first quarter. We'll come in here. 3rd down and 8. Field goal range, per se. We'll go right to the tight end on the... Oh, there you go. Oh, we don't got a crazy amount of juice there for the tight end, but still a big gain nonetheless. Bryce Baker, 120 yards in the first quarter. Airing the football out. So it's not just like me simming. I think, as a whole, this North Carolina team wants to throw the football first, not a run first. Which seems maybe weird. You may have the perception that maybe some of you would share that you assume Bill Belichick goes to college. He's just going to be like super OG. We're going to run the football, play defense. It's a sim, you know, this Freddie Kitchens sim offense. They're throwing the football. That was a great scramble there by Baker. As we unfortunately have no moments to play. Now we're tied 7-7. We're going to come in on third down here. 3rd and inches. Okay, this will be a time we'll run it. Well, short yardage. Was this fixed? It's been 2 patches since I've last played. Good to know that short yardage is still fucking unbearable. No, go for it. I'll slant you to death. You won't let me to run short yardage? Okay, fine. I got a couple short yardage plays. We're going to come here 3rd down. Not really putting them away. 3rd and 9. We'll go cover 4. We'll hit them with a little Texas stunt here. Going to be Simpson. It's going to be guessed. This is going to be a pass play. We got the home field going on. It's not a pass. No, we got duped. Who runs it? A draw on 3rd and 9. The ball's on Virginia to call that play right there. And then we had a fumble loss. Oh, here we go. Trap game. I mean, I don't think we're good enough for this year. I don't think I have the expectations year 1 for really any game to be a trap game, you know, especially like a big rivalry matchup. But fuck, man. 5-1, you beat the shit out of Clemson, and of course, it's looking like 14 quick points for Virginia to take a lead in the 4th quarter. Let's see if we can get back, or at least hold them to a field goal here. Being out. It's because I said real bad. Oh my fuck! No, I'm not coming to bail you out again. It's because I said terrible things about the Virginia quarterback after he sold me out against NC State last week in real life. Well, there you fucking go. First rivalry game. Probably a win, and we get ranked. And what happens? North Carolina pisses down their leg. I mean, too much for our freshman quarterback. First big rivalry game at home. Maybe if it was a road game, I'd be a little more forgiving. But home rivalry game, you go 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. I thought we were past the growing page stage. You played so good against Clemson. With all due respect, Virginia is not Clemson. Brutal. Well, something kind of cool in the loss. Leacock at wide receiver has set the North Carolina single-season receiving touchdowns record with like 4 games to play. Holy shit, he's killing it. 7 games, 877, and 13 touchdowns, averaging $1.25 a game. Ooh, I think I know I'm going to be spending my points. We're going to make Bill Belichick this new wave college football Bill Belichick. So we've got 3 out of 3 on everything that we want in Motivator. Don't really care about locked in too much. And yeah, it just makes logical sense now that we start working our way through Recruiter. Not necessarily an easy try to bounce back game. Road game against Syracuse, who usually can keep games pretty ugly. Let's see what they can do, man. Road game against the Orange. We need the Tar Heel Blue color matchup. 3rd down, 3rd and 7, midfield-ish. Let's go. Got Altmaier, that's a pocket passer. I don't think we have to worry about the QB scramble. Well, he just dices this up. Wide open. Oh, it's Steve Engeli. It's Altmaier. Is he Illinois, maybe? Am I getting those 2 schools mixed up there? So, Engeli, well, we've used him before. I think he was West Virginia rebuild. We got him in the portal. 4-star. But for us, I think we just keep going. I think we sail the pass to the wide open, record-breaking wide receiver and throw a fucking pick in the true so now just the freshman quarterback. At this point in time of the season, he's like, actually, I'm going to start playing like a freshman quarterback now. Sorry to get your hopes up. I'm going to start sucking ass. Clearly nothing to do with me, and it's all him. That was a wildly inaccurate pass, though. I had the timing right. Felt pretty harsh. How about this one right there? Can we go right to the tight end? Yeah, let's go. Get your confidence back. Only down 10. Good drive here. We go in the red zone. Let's see if I can get my get back here a little bit. Oh, not special teams. We want quick pass. There we go. Try some of these different plays. Took a little longer. Little bench swap. Leacock top of the screen. Square to the tight end. Move the chains. Don't go for the big shot. That's how we throw a pick. We can, and there's still plenty of time to be methodical. First and goal, 9-yard line. Look at the tight end there. Quick throw to him, and we are in and right back in this thing. The defense can keep getting us the football back. We got a 2-minute drill, and we throw a pick. Get our, playing like a freshman now for some reason. But the start of the third quarter, excellent drive. Already on the 11. Let's go right back to the tight end. He's a good tight end, 82 overall. We got another third down. Screen time? See how this team runs screens. Don't have like a super nimble. Like all of our running backs are kind of more on the power side. But if you need 5 yards, they will get you 4. All right, we're going to try this again. Last time, the whole short yardage wasn't fixed. It didn't work. This time, we're going to give it a chance. And it still is. Do not run the ball. Short yardage in college football 26. There's one thing you could take from this. If you've been playing Madden, you're like, oh, should I return to college football 26? Don't run the football short. Ever, ever, ever. 4th and inches, you have a better chance running fucking Hail Mary. Okay, well. While that was annoying, we are right back at a very favorable spot. Down 3 in scoring position. On the road. Run some screens. Giving it to big dogs. I love a little mesh ball. Let's see if we can get Leacock. Continue to build on his record-breaking season. Why does he keep stopping there? Am I like just are my eyes so old that there's something on that route that I'm not seeing? Let me see here again. Okay, let me mesh spot. Let me get the webcam out of the way. I guess it looks like there are arrows there that have them kind of stop on that route. Let's see if he does it again. I'm not gonna throw 2 on this one. But like it also looks like is it a choice route? Or does he always just stop there? Oh, so it's a choice route. Okay. Well, I would have loved him to make the choice to catch that ball. At that point. That's good to know. All right, slot drive, 3rd and 5. Oh, it's a great... It's a drop. Tough catch, but... Right, on the road. That stadium pulse is not too crazy. Not a bad kick. Squeak in there. Let's go. Just barely. I thought that was going to doink. No doinks. Only doinks. You know what I mean? There's only one type of doinks that we got on this channel. And they the big kind. Big doinks. Oh, nomish. That's a quality win right there, man. We needed to bounce back. Took down a quality team on the road. Shout out Fran Brown. Shout out tight end Jake Johnson. So as we get now to the back stretch of the season, in terms of the ACC, well, it's still completely wide up. Miami's having a down year, at least in terms of conference play. Same with Clemson. We're 3-1. We're right in the hunt. SMU and Florida State are up there. Florida State's undefeated. SMU is also a 1 loss. We don't play either one of those teams, so technically it's not in our own hands. We're going to need one of them to fall, but at least for year one, I did not really have any expectations of competing in the ACC. I was under the assumption that, you know, the Miamis and Clemson of the world were kind of going to run away with it. And the fact that we have, you know, enough weeks to continue to stack up quality wins and be in contention for the ACC championship in year one of this rebuild, I think that's kind of impressive. So week number 11, we welcome the nerds to town and the weird freak alien tree thing that they have as their mascot. And I want to be like we have a great home field advantage, but we've lost at home already this year. We've not protected our backyard. So let's see. Stanford, I mean, they got Andrew Luck and Frank Reich at the helm. Look how fast they're starting. There's a lot of NFL experience controlling both of these teams. This is what the fuck? That's all I can say. What the fuck? Let's get I mean, a touchdown here. And then we just, you know, scrap the first half. Be like, okay. We spotted them a couple scores. It's going to be on us to go win this thing in the second half. Still got our timeouts. It's not like our quarterbacks turn the football. This is on our defense. And a failure to sustain drives. First and goal on the 3. Get Johnson, the tight end. Kind of like getting the ball to him. He's good. He's reliable. There we go. Okay. Pull one back. This kind of feels like the Virginia game a little bit. Defense has got us some stops. It's been a nothing burger of the third quarter. Nothing about that final drive has inspired confidence offensively here in the third. We're going to throw it up. Oh! We're lucky they PBU'd that and didn't try to pick it off. It's just... yeah. It's one of those ones, it's like... not like a predetermined loss. How many wins do you have year one? That many already? You beat Clemson? Okay, let's just throw in a random Stanford loss. At least the theme remains consistent. In our ugly losses, it's our freshman quarterback playing like a freshman quarterback. Can we please win at least one of our rivalry games? Wake Forest at 5-4 is competitive this year, but we need, you know, we bounced back after the Virginia loss. I think we'll do it here again on the road. We need our run defense to be on full alert. Damon Claiborne, the running back for Wake Forest. Very good. I think we can contain him. I don't care how many Harley-Davidsons they try to run out on the field on and rip off Oregon. This is a team that can beat Wake Forest. They're coming on 3rd and 9, try to help them out, because, of course, nothing can be easy. But I never expect road rivalry games to be that. Great pass rush. Hey, big hit. Able to force the PBU. And then, man, like, this is my first time doing, like, a play the moments sim-based presentation. The amount of times that I've come on defense and can get a stop, that the ensuing sim after that is me not getting to control the offense and the opposing team just getting the next possession and scoring without another opportunity presenting itself. Like, that happens enough for me to think it's more than a coincidence. Something I'm just picking up on. I mean, we've seen it. There's been a couple very rage-inducing moments that we've seen throughout our college football 26 rebuilds, and it almost feels like that's what it is. We finally get a stop on defense, and it's like, oh, it actually doesn't matter because they're just going to go ahead and score. And obviously, that's fucking terrible. You can't have that happen. But I don't know, man. I mean, I think there is a reason that college football 26, like, the hype has fallen off the way that it has. And a big part of that, man, is just there's just so many little issues, little gameplay stuff that it just, oh, we get the sim touchdown. That just compounds it to the fact that, like, Madden is kind of fun this year. I personally think Madden gameplay is a lot stronger than this college football gameplay. I think, unfortunately, that's kind of why, like, the hype is fade it off a little bit. And here we go. We're just going to fucking lose out to end this season. And we're going to tank our fucking letter grades so that all of our good players want to leave in the portal. Let's go. 0-2 in our rivalry games. Fuck. We're going to have to beat Duke. Embarrassing, dude. Robbie Ashford. And at least this time it wasn't our quarterback. It was our run game was non-existent. And our defense might as well not have played. So it's not good. I don't even know. If we win our bowl game, is that still going to be enough? I'm going to be so fucking annoyed if just these couple losses cost us. Bryce Baker, so we need B- championship contender. I don't know if 3 more wins will get that back up to a B-. I think there's going to be a best case scenario for Leacock and Baker is the probability of convincing them to leave and not go in the portal might be manageable, but I don't think we're going to outright keep them out, which is fucking so frustrating. How we get Duke? Probably the most consistently good random team in Sims, and we are staring down the barrel of Bill Belichick's first year going 0-3 in our rivalry matchups. And this is our second one at home, and it's almost like playoffs. We are in playoff mode. Kick it. Why I don't want to fucking kick that. In the rain? No, thank you. You make it. But we're like, we have to win out. That's how it feels. We have to win out to get our school grades back to where they need to be. Let's see. 2-minute drill. We're tied 10-10. Can we go a little magic to end the first half? It's a downpour. It's going to probably negate some of our speed advantage. What? Right there, man. Look, what the fuck was that? It was in his hands. He just decided not to bring it in. How about that? Look at that. Perfect pass. And we use the speed. Leacock. Don't leave me. Baker, don't leave me. I'll get it right. Come on, usually Duke's like ranked. So let's take this win and let's get that championship contender. Let's get this up 1 full grade off this dub. Go right to the tight end, wide open. Throw a stiff arm on Rivers. I think that is very nice corner, draftable NFL type corner. Chandler Rivers. Gonna go to the red zone. First and goal on the 8. Maybe I'll go to Easter, the sophomore tight end, the tight end with some upside. I don't know how many touchdowns he has. We're going to red line it because, of course, we always red line it. But he was able to get open, and we got a lot of confidence here. We're not going to blow this in the 4th quarter against Duke. Up 17. And at least, yeah, there we go. We'll be able to end year 1 with at least 1 rivalry win for a Silver Bell. Silver Bell, it's Christmas time in... Does it snow in North Carolina? I don't think it does. Oh, that guy is on. What? I'll have what he's on. All those guys have dead eyes. But we're not going to go into the methods that Bill Belichick used to get them to fucking wake up and not lose all their games and lose all their players to the portal. Bryce Baker, good showing. Even with 50% completion rate. Look at the run game. That would be the first game all year our run game's been on point. Might as well when the weather's like that. Plays in your favor. Buck 55. Defensively, a couple TFLs. I don't think we're going to have great defensive sim numbers when it's all said and done here in year 1. Biggest area of concern, again, portal, trenches, front 7. There we go. Championship B-. We got Baker, quarterback, no longer risky. Let's win out. Get that to B. Another rivalry against NC State. This could be a trap game as far as our school grades. Should be able to smoke them. There's not a lot at stake. If we lose, a lot of players will be at stake. So we got NC State. Got a good quarterback. Got a good tight end, Jolie. Probably one of the best tight ends in the ACC. They have maybe the best running back no one's talking about. in Hollywood Smothers, first team all name. I don't think they have a particularly good defense. I think we have to score points. This has got to be a game that the offense pulls through. It's 3-8, but they got talent at 3-8. That's a 3-8 defense, not a 3-8 offense. I'll say that. Better 3rd and 4, get a nice little easy release. Mr. Leacock. Red zone. Ooh. Leacock on the outside. Usually he wins in the slot. Still a good ball. Screen here, 3rd and 5. Backing on. Looks like they're giving us like a free 5 yards. Great blocking. 3 linemen standing there with their fucking dick in their hands. Come on, man! All right, well, 3 points is 3 points. Back in the red zone here. Cannot wait. I'm going in the portal. I'm getting a new lineman at every position. I want 5 new linemen when I leave that portal. That will be my pitch to Bryce Baker to stay. I'm going to give you linemen that will block. At least put a hat on a hat. Some defense here. Bring it. Oh. That might have been a mistake. 0 blitz. Let's switch out of that. I don't love it. At least their screen, they have no one blocking. I'm glad that it's a two-way street. 2nd and goal. Oh, we get there, too. That's a good throw, man. He's a good quarterback. Jolie. Jolie. That's enough time. Buck 33. Get it at least field goal range, if not more. Start a little run. A little stiff arm there. I think that was one of the things I saw in the patch notes that they improved, I guess, is stick abilities with quarterbacks on the run. You can be methodical here. We don't need the big shot play. Ideally, we chew up the remaining time so that they don't have any chance to get some sort of drive, get some sort of points. Got him. Just grab it. Don't get greedy. Ooh! I was just gonna try to fall on her. You know, hey, we'll take that break tackle. Pleasantly surprised by that. Wish we stayed in bounds. Keep the clock going here. We'll just do that. We'll give them one. They're gonna start using their timeout, so they know what we're trying to do. We're already in field goal range. Get that slant at the top. Oh, that's gonna be close. Probably wouldn't do that one again. They would have been a little more aggressive. They could have broke on that and made that a terrible play. But here we go. Second half. We get a red zone up 4. I think this could potentially be the beginning of the end for NC State. If we can finish off with a touchdown here, I think we can continue to pile on this lead. Close this game up. Scramble. I don't love it. Let's just get whatever yard. A broke tackle by the freshman who might be the best. I mean, I think right now, off the top of my head, I don't know. There's going to be a whole lot more freshmen in the nation. You're going to be competing for that freshman All-American quarterback spot. First team. We'll just do that again. Doesn't drop it. Big hit. Midfield. Don't matter. Go hell drive NC State. Of course, here we go. The wheels fall off the crazy train. That is North Carolina. Come on, boys. 3rd and 4. You can bet, watch 7. Don't let them just take that. We're going to go chuck it up. We're going to bat that shit down. We're going to hold no field goal. Let's go. That's a win by the defense. And, of course, we're just not going to get a time to come back in on offense to go to work. Clock is burning. Down 3. We take the unfortunate sim moments as they come. Try to make the most of it. So now we're in a spot where I really think we gotta, let's like chew up as much clock as humanly possible here. Because it feels like they're just itching to go down and get a score. Take off the quarterback, slide right in bounds. See if we can take this to the 2-minute timeout, whatever the hell they call it. Do I get a penalty here? Oh, fuck. Call my bluff. Make a safe grab. Let's be methodical. Wow, NC State has like a rank 22nd stadium pulse. I would not have guessed that. Right there, quick throw. Oh, he get. Oh, come on. We've caught those all day. I guess we were due to drop one. Look here, 3rd and 8, drive corner. This be one. I'm gonna look to Paysor. And by that I mean I'm gonna look to fucking. Okay. Kick the field goal. Defense finally did something. Haven't done something since the Clemson game. Now Leacock is cold. All you gotta do when you got a cold Leacock, warm it up a little bit. Let's show him a little ovens. Oh my God, he threw the football over the mountains! And we warmed that. I can't say that. We're warming that Leacock up. Let's go! That was an insane. Maybe it was the camera angle. That looked like the farthest throw I've ever seen. It felt like I was on our 10 and I threw it to their 10. Bryce Baker, you are that guy. Let's go, man. Championship contender up to a B. That's what we needed. Now, unfortunately, because of some of these junk losses, never really had expectations of ACC championship. Fell a spot. We got Miami, Florida State, SMU up there. I mean, it's something we can build towards next year. And we're bringing out some hardwares. Nathan Leacock wins the Sean Alexander Award. 68 catches, 1,200 yards, 16 touchdowns. Those 16 touchdowns breaking the record for UNC in a single season. I'm pretty sure the Alexander. That's freshman player of the year. That's kind of cool, man. That's a rare. I've never seen him win the Heisman. Byron Brown. Don't even want to think about USF right now after what they did in my Gators, but shout out to him. Hey, Raj, we are in the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl against Washington. So we get Leacock, we get Price Yates and Andrew Simpson, as well as our punter Tom McGinnis as first-team All-ACC. Oh, come on. They bought that. There's no way Underwood was better than us. Leacock does get freshman All-American. I guess it's fun to look at this before the bowl game, kind of get a true representation. So Bryce Baker, our true freshman quarterback, 3,200 yards, 34 touchdowns, 12 picks. Just want to quickly look at Michigan here. Yeah, okay. There they didn't buy it. It's a good year. Our run game was not ideal. Our receiving game, obviously we know the 1-2 punch. Certainly worked out well. Jake Johnson was really reliable, especially when he hopped in. The sophomore Isaiah Johnson with a solid campaign. Defensively, 84 tackles. Simpson, who unfortunately does have a stingy deal breaker there. We may be able to convince him to come back. In terms of pass rush, Prince Yates, the senior. 54 tackles, 22 TFLs, 9 sacks, was second-team All-American. And for the secondary, Marcus Allen, the senior. Could be a draft pick for us with only 3 picks. Could have better numbers, turnover department as well. So we got the Tony the Tiger Bowl game. I think, who was it? Kellogg was smart. You would see what Pop-Tarts does. You better have Tony the Tiger out there just mauling the game like an actual tiger. If we lose to Washington, maul their MVP. A live tiger. Yeah, this should be a tight game. I mean, it's the Steve Belichick Bowl, right? Wasn't Steve Belichick the DC Washington, then left to go join his dad at North Carolina? So, I mean, there's some storylines here. First half, late score Washington to go ahead. Love to see all Steve Belichick gonna have a clinic here. Coach his ass off, but unfortunately we haven't had one offensive come help this team. You know what? No, I'm not even gonna waste my time. We're not gonna win. So let's I'm not taking any responsibility for this loss. I'm gonna let my team take responsibility for this loss, and hopefully this loss in the bowl game doesn't dramatically change our letter grades, and we just kind of treat it like the preseason nonsensical Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl that it is. Would have been nice to get that win, but at the end of the day, Steve Belichick, he's a fraud and only has his job due to nepotism. His defense is ass. Luckily, that game had nothing to do with our championship contender grades, so who cares? Take a big look at the bracket here. We have Miami over Penn State. Interesting. Kind of like a predictable playoff. Maybe, obviously, Boise State's kind of ass this year, so that would be surprising. Everyone else, you know, either a blue blood school or certainly within the realm of possibility to go on a run. We got a big moment here. Players leaving. The only one that's expected that I think would be annoying is Simpson, the linebacker, and we're going to try our best to convince him to stay. We have 5 persuasion attempts. Okay. Whoa, that's a lot of guys who want to leave. Okay, let's just start right away with the gotta have. Simpson, medium chance. Shit. Patterson at safety, really want him to stay. Shit. What? Transfer playing time? What? The fuck do you mean playing time? You're my starter! For fuck's sakes! Fix this fucking game! What do you mean? That is fucking unbelievable. A couple good players. No one surprisingly goes in the NFL. That's like immersion killing. You're killing my storytelling. I went with the freshman quarterback because I saw the potential. I saw the end game. And then for you to turn around and literally just fucking shit with a nonsensical reason. Now, there's a chance that he might be available to us in the transfer portal. And if that is the case, I will go from a 10 out of 10, this is fucking stupid, down to a 7 out of 10. So it's only a 3-star, which is fucking disrespectful. Where is he? He's gonna leave us to go to fucking Western Kentucky. I don't know. Can't fix it. Fucking broken ass game. I kind of guess we got to look at Alonzo Barnett, the JMU transfer, and of course we're only competing against Oregon, Clemson, Georgia, Alabama. And the quarterbacks that we have are Troy, Jacksonville State, Florida. I mean, maybe we'll try Veltkamp. I remember him from Western Kentucky. But, man, this is, like, it just hurts my brain, man. What the fuck? What a waste. It's literally, what a waste of an hour trying to fucking tell a story. And then for, like, you could have, even if you just had him change deal breakers to something that could have somehow made sense, I'd go, okay, you know, we just got played. It is what it is. Literally, to have essentially a glitch to be the reason why we lose our fun developmental quarterback. And now what? Now I have to hope to fucking God that I can get one of these guys, because that was our quarterback. We kind of dipped out of the QB finding one during recruiting, because, like, we got our guy. We got our guy. We sold at the end of the year to ensure that his deal breaker was met. And then he let's see what we can do. All right, so take a look at our portal target list anyways. A couple 3-stars. Guys, like someone like I've heard of Green. I remember I think he was like a big recruit for Clemson. Kilgore's a starting SEC linebacker. You know, I do still want to try to improve the trenches a little bit. And then we go into our 4-stars. Got Balbody at tackle, Fleming at tight end, Hollywood Smothers. That'd be a cool guy to steal away from NC State. We got Snowden, a 4-star corner, Bray Hubbard from Alabama, Davis, Christian Gray from Notre Dame. We got first place right now for Hayden Lowe. Talented, I believe he was a 5-star pass rusher for Miami. And then obviously we have to get one of these two quarterbacks or we're absolutely screwed for next year. So the good news off the initial wave is we've got first place for both Barnett and Veltkamp. And, you know, we have enough hours that we're fine everywhere else. I don't think we need to land both of these guys. So we'll just kind of keep, I think Barnett obviously should be our number 1 target. He's a top 5 quarterback. Veltkamp's at 12. Barnett is a dual threat as well. North Carolina kid. Let's see. We get our first wave, and we get our quarterback. We get our top one. Alonzo Barnett does commit. Does that make me feel any better about the quarterback situation? Not really. But we do get 4-star Carter Davis as well at safety. We get Dorian Fleming at tight end. That's a big get. I think he's Maryland. Kevin Haywood at tackle. Help improve the line, and we're still in play for everybody else. For the final stage, we get Christian Gray, the corner from Notre Dame. That's a big get. That's going to be probably our highest rated corner. We get Hollywood Smothers into the backfield. Sam Pendleton on the offensive line. A lot of North Carolina kids. We get Bray Hubbard, the 4-star transfer from Alabama. We get Veltkamp. So we got 2 quarterbacks who are going to be able to come in and compete. That's the Bill Belichick aura. We got Hamilton, the speedster out of Florida at wide receiver. We got Bennett Warren on the offensive line out of Texas. Bryson Sanders, the center from Tennessee. We get Stanley, a pass rusher from Delaware. And these guys, they were undecided, if you will. Hail Mary. We get the Canadian Isaiah Thomas. He's a freshman. Oh, we only got one. I did try Braxton, a 4-star corner late as well. Losing Lowe kind of sucks because we were first place there for a while, and he was very good. Like, that's probably, I'm actually going to leave him up on the short list just to see what the dev trade and stuff is. That's a tough L. We were first the whole stage. I thought that was a lock. So overall, we finished with the number 16 class. I would trade having the number 50 class if we were able to keep our quarterback. Now, for the one that got away, Hayden Lowe is a star dev sophomore. That would have been huge. Damn. But anyway, the players that we brought in, we'll start with the transfer portal. We get Isaiah Thomas, impact dev. Star dev on Haywood at tackle. Stanley, pass rusher, impact. Hamilton, star dev at wide receiver. And he's a freshman. Okay. Warren with a star dev. He's a freshman. Pendleton, the sophomore, impact. Sanders, impact. Fleming, impact. Smothers, impact. Dogging him a little bit. Only impact on Bray Hubbard. Gray has a star dev. Davis with a normal. Veltkamp, impact. I mean, these guys are both seniors, so it's not really the end of the world. But Barnett is a star. Maybe that makes us feel a little bit more optimistic. I'm kind of blind going with the no idea what either one of these guys' stats are. Maybe one will clearly be our starter on paper. Now looking at our high school recruits, we get Sharon at linebacker with a star dev. Wordle, Impact, Ojolari, normal. Lacey, the 3-star gem. He was our first commit. A star dev wide receiver out of North Carolina. Star dev on Zamora, the D tackle out of North Carolina. Star dev on Tobin, the corner. Brewer with a star dev. Lemons with an impact. Albertson with an impact. And McElraith, the 5-star with a star. So no elites, but I'm not going to overly complain. That is a lot of star dev traits. Very happy with this class. Still, can't get over our quarterback leaving. Why didn't he want us? That's pretty cool. We get the star dev trait increase from Bray Hubbard, the Alabama transfer out of a great training camp. So take a look at Bray Hubbard here. He's a 91 overall. We got a good amount of upgrades here. Let's go one here to make him a little more athletic. We can bump his zone coverage up a little bit. We can bump his man coverage up a little bit. In terms of physicals, we can get house call. And we'll still save 9 points. We'll put 1 into run support. And I guess hands, double up on hands, +2 there. Brings his, look at that. Maybe I'll be able to line him up wide receiver with 82 catching. And then we got Christian Gray, the big transfer from Notre Dame. Taking a look at what we're working with here. I mean, he's just super well-rounded player. Man coverage, zone coverage, as both in spades. Great skill caps on both. Kind of guy Bill Belichick absolutely would want to bring into the building. So we're going to give him, I mean, I think we'll wait till we get the board set up so we can utilize some of that motivator of skill caps increasing recruits' interests, and we'll max out that man coverage. And I'll probably bring it up to a 91. For a wide receiver room, huge development here out of Jordan Shipp. He goes from like 76 up to an 88. No one else kind of popped up. Jared Hamilton, who we got in the portal, the sophomore, 94 speed, 94 acceleration certainly helps out. And all eyes are on Leacock. We couldn't get the quarterback, but we kept the wide receiver. Now for him, this is a little interesting. We definitely want to get, like, takeoff would certainly help. Shifty. So we need change of direction and acceleration. So let's see. For change of direction, that's an elusiveness. So we'll bump that up a little bit. Of course, we didn't get a roll there for change of direction. We'll bump quickness up as well. Dang. I'm going to be honest. It is kind of painful just putting all of our points in that. Trying to chase abilities that we're probably not going to be able to get till next season. But I think it's probably... Because, I mean, 83 catching is fine. Those route running is fine. I think we'll go at least 1 route running. We'll set him up for success next year for upgrades. Assuming that we won't lose him in the portal. But he's up to an 84. Crazy, but the new starter running back, Hollywood Smothers, 87 overall. And we're going to have Gauss. Good compliment. Kind of a smash and dash backfield. And before we spent training camp, very close in a way, like a potential open quarterback battle. Barnett has great athletic ability. Same with Lopez, but both these guys, unless these upgrades are, they could be great for skill cap wise. Noodle arms and the big 6'6", 340 Veltkamp may have a chance here. So let's start with Gio Lopez. So for Lopez, we're going to max out his throw power. We get it up to a 91, which is a pretty good roll. We'll be able to up his accuracy 1 and his IQ 1. Not a lot of growth and development there. Veltkamp, man. I remember he was our Western Kentucky quarterback not too long ago. For him, ooh. I mean, I'm not going to lie, we're just kind of chasing the throw power there, but we're going to be able to bring him up to an 85. He's quarterback 2. But I'm hoping we can get, for Barnett here, a couple throw powers. Don't know what the skill caps look like. Okay, we'll be able to max it. We'll be able to give him as much throw power as he can get. 92, okay, I've seen worse than 92. We'll also give him max accuracy skill cap. We have 4 points. Can we get an ability with that? We can get dot. And he's a 90 overall. I don't know if we can do something with this 1 point that we have left over, but hey, it sucks. There's no salvaging the situation with our quarterback and losing, the guy that, Made no sense to lose. But if you are, at least we're able to find a 90 transfer portal quarterback who's going to be a good day one starter for us in year 2. So with that, we're going to wrap up episode 1 of our College Football 26 North Carolina Dynasty Rebuild Series. With, we were an 81 rated team last year. We're now a 90. How much of a 90 are we actually? I don't know. But for losing the quarterback, at least we got to keep Leacock a wide receiver. The fact that we were able to go out, get an 84 safety, 85 backup quarterback, 87 Hollywood Smothers, stealing away from NC State, so making a rival worse. We got an 89 tight end there in Fleming. We got a 90 corner Christian Gray, stealing him from Notre Dame. And we get an Alabama transfer in Bray Hubbard, and we get a new quarterback in Alonzo Barnett from JMU. North Carolina kid coming back. It could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. So I think overall, cautiously optimistic of what year 2 can bring here for the Tar Heels. And I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1 and you're excited for more episodes to come. Again, I think I mentioned my plan was to maybe scale back on this style of series and just kind of do like one video rebuilds for college football. Try doing that off, just kind of picking at it throughout the week while I'm playing Madden, Raiders franchise, Madden rebuilds. And it would be like, I might be able to get one of those out every 2 weeks. But if I do something like this, I can record this in an afternoon and then upload it the same day. So if you want consistent college football content sprinkled in with our Madden 26 content, this style of series is really my only way to do it for the time being. So I hope you guys, if you maybe were preferring the longer one-off videos, can at least accept the consolation of like, well, if you want college football, this is the only way I can kind of provide it right now. And I'm excited to get back into episode 2, which won't be too long. I'm probably thinking maybe Monday, Tuesday. With that, I am streaming here live on the channel for the Eagles-Chiefs game on Sunday. So if you want to come hang out for a little live watch along, I'm going to try something out there, try something new, see how that kind of is received. I think it could be a good time. Come hang out then. Sunday, Eagles-Chiefs here on C4 YouTube. And that'll do it for me today, guys. So if it is your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button if you enjoyed. Until next time, it's your boy C4 saying peace out. Love you. Have a good one. Hey, maybe if you've lost a quarterback, a star player, a stud that was integral to your college football 26 dynasty, and you had them transfer brokenly to playing time, even though that is no, let me know in the comments so I'm not the only one. See you guys next time. Peace out. Love you. Have a good one.